The Syrian conflict, now in its fourth year, has no political solution in sight. It is causing unprecedented loss of life, displacement, and devastation inside Syria. Homes are being destroyed, crops and livelihoods wiped out, schools and hospitals ruined. 3 out of 4 Syrians live in poverty. Young people have few prospects of a bright future. 12 million people need humanitarian assistance. Nearly half of all Syrians have been forced from their homes, making this the largest displacement crisis in the world. There are over 3.2 million refugees from Syria in Lebanon, Jordan, Turkey, Iraq, and Egypt. Tens of thousands seek protection each month. They are exhausting their savings and becoming more vulnerable and remain in need of protection, access to territory, and legal assistance. 800,000 refugees are helped with shelter. 1.8 million rely on food assistance. 500,000 refugee children are enrolled in formal education. More is needed to prevent a lost generation of Syrian children. Continued conflict is threatening stability and economic development in the whole region, reducing trade and investment, aggravating unemployment, diminishing local economies, and reversing development gains. With 85% of refugees living in local communities, essential service sectors such as health and education in some hosting countries are strained. Economic insecurity and competition over resources are fueling tensions. The international community must show solidarity with neighboring host countries to cope with these pressures as they continue to show exceptional generosity towards Syrian refugees. A new approach is needed to respond to the crisis inside and outside Syria. Inside the 2015 Syria Response Plan, SRP, based on the collective reach of humanitarian actors, will continue to deliver aid and support to communities in need in the most direct and safe way available, including food, shelter and non-food items, health services, water, education, protection and livelihood support. Outside, almost 200 partners will work jointly to implement the Regional Refugee and Resilience Plan, 3RP, based on national crisis plans of the 5 host countries. The plan addresses protection and humanitarian needs of refugees while strengthening the resilience of individuals, households, communities and institutions to cope with the impact of this protracted crisis. Both plans integrate in a region-wide approach to provide life-saving protection and assistance, strengthen essential services, and empower communities and host governments towards greater self-reliance. This is an unprecedented crisis. The 3RP and SRP represent an unprecedented regional response that urgently needs your support.